All right. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. It's another beautiful Thursday evening tonight. Thank you for joining us tonight. Whoever is watching out there on live and replay, please stay put. And I have a very special guest with me tonight. I have been interviewing a lot of people on Let's Talk before who are basically people like me who are new to the business, but also some people who have already gained the traction. But for tonight, I have somebody who's great. He's a coach in our business as well as his partner with him tonight, and we can learn more about what really are their success factors in this business. And what's so interesting more than anything is that he's still doing work. I mean, he's still working full time, and this is his side hustle, and he's already made such a great progress in his life and his business. So please stay with me tonight as we will learn more from our two guests tonight. So with that, I'll introduce you. Let's talk for tonight. It's really how to generate an additional income without working full time. And basically, I have the people here who's really the people who will show you that they're really doing it part time. So with us tonight, Ameen and Zeeniya Dole. So Ameen, please introduce yourselves to our guest tonight.
Yep.
Hi, Charlene. How are you? Thank you. Good evening to everyone. We are in Sydney. Charlene is in Philippines, so
Yeah.
2 hours apart. So in our part of the world, it's the night. So good evening to everyone from our end.
Yeah.
Good afternoon and good morning to whoever who's
Watching
watching us
from
from
other
anywhere.
part of the world.
Yeah.
Yes.
So my name is Ameen Dole,
And I'm Zeeniya Dole, and we too are professional accountants, and we are full-time employees at the moment. While we are being in employment, we are having a online business, and I should say we are online business owners as well.
yeah,
And
that's
and
short and
yeah.
sweet. Yes.
And more than that, you are successful online business owners.
Yeah,
So
we have managed to balance both
Yes.
business in the employment, and it's going good.
oh, wonderful. So maybe you for those people who are watching maybe that are really wondering what made you decide to get into an online business when you're already both doing full-time work anyway.
Well, I can answer the
Yeah, yeah.
question. Yes. So basically, we are migrants, right? We were originally born in Sri Lanka. We migrated to Australia 10 years ago with our two young kids, a boy and a girl who are now in their teens.
Yes.
So I mean, as in the case of any migrant, when you first
Yeah.
arrive in a totally new country, you hardly know anyone. It takes a lot of time to find a proper job, establish yourself, and you're renting a home until you are able to buy something, things like that. So we went through that process as well. As our kids grew up, we kind of realized the requirements are also increasing. We need to
Mm.
spend on their education, and Sydney is one of the most expensive cities in the world.
Yeah.
So the cost of living is really high as well, and we also wanted to settle ourselves in a home, our own home in Australia, and things like that. So we kind of realized at that point, although we were doing jobs, it is basically living life month to month on a paycheck, right? So you just have to plan it precisely. When once you plan it, you get the paycheck, you make all the payments, bills comes through, and then that's done. That's hardly
Mm.
anything to
Yeah.
plan for the future.
Not only that, we have people whom we have to support back in our home. We have
Mm.
our parents, siblings. We wanted to help them as well while we are here. So
Yeah.
yeah, we thought maybe not what we are doing is good enough for us,
Yeah.
but having
And
some extra income is very
yeah.
much helpful.
Yeah, and the other
Wow.
fact
Yeah.
was, other fact was we were like we didn't want to work until we were 65.
Yeah.
In Australia, the retirement age is 65, so that means you basically end up working at least 40 to 45 years of your lifetime on
Yeah.
a job. We didn't want to continue to do that. Hopefully, the plan is to retire early, achieve some financial and time freedom, and then retire early and enjoy doing the things that we love, being with our kids, spend more time. So that's the ultimate goal. So for us, this is like a long-term business plan. It's not
It
like
is.
we are not trying to be rich in another 1 year or 2 years time. It's a long-term plan.
Yeah.
It's a retirement plan,
It's a
early
plan
retirement plan
B.
for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you, and I truly believe and relate with you in the way that you mentioned to me earlier that it's not just for yourself, but you're also supporting other people in your family and extended family. And that's so true for Asians. Like it's also true for us here, Filipinos, who we
Yeah,
really need to support also, like parents, siblings, even
exactly.
extended family. And it's really not really just for living for yourself, but you're living for other people as well.
Yeah.
and
Absolutely.
and I think that's so relatable for us, but also so what you can say, it's really heartfelt, that it's really something that we really aspire to. It's about giving to others more than just yourselves.
That's
So
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
yeah.
that's
That's
a
why we are very passionate about the
Yeah.
business, right? And we are being very passionate about what we do, and we love what we do.
yeah,
It's a business, but then we are doing that business with a passion and love.
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
And that's one of the
And
reason we are able to manage both so far.
yeah, and wonderful, because actually one more thing that I noticed is you're doing it together.
Yes,
I
we
mean,
are.
that's so great. And the way that you talk to each other and look at each other, it's so sweet. That other people who really work together cannot get along. What more that you're there together 24/7 and you still love each other. You still like talking to each other.
Well, doing a business is not the easiest thing. Yes, I mean, you have to be able to manage. I think we are mature enough to, make sure that we balance our personal life, our family
Yeah,
life, and our
yeah.
job, and also running the business on the side. So, I mean, one message that I can give anyone is it's doable. You just need to have that passion and the need
And the
and
commitment.
commitment to do that.
And you mentioned to me, Amin and Zeeniya, that you've been in the business for 2 years now. So maybe for those people out there who are thinking, maybe this is not for me, it's kind of hard, right? And you're saying this is for long term. Maybe can you tell us how you started and how were you able to accelerate to where you are at this moment?
Well, as in the case of any other business on the online space, the start was not really smooth. I mean, I saw a particular advertisement that appeared on my Facebook, and I was interested what they said about it.
Yeah.
But when I spoke to Zeeniya was the skeptic one in this instance, saying that
Yeah, I was.
I don't think it's going to work. How do you know it's real and things like that? But then
Yeah.
we overcame that initial skepticism, and then the webinar, the free webinar or the workshop. So we kind of registered, nothing to lose.
Yeah.
We just input our name and the email ID, and then we received a link to a webinar. We couldn't watch it during the work time, so we kind of watched the
Recorded.
recorded replay later on
Yeah.
at about, while getting ready to go to sleep.
Yes.
I still remember we were watching it on the bed.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and then after watching it, Zeeniya was still not convinced. But then I think we watched it another time again,
Yeah.
another webinar, and then we kind of realized, okay, there's nothing to lose. Let's give a try. Who knows? This could be the only thing. That
Yeah.
the advertisement appeared on my wall for a reason. I mean, it could be
Right.
something that
Yeah.
the Lord is guiding me towards. And we started really really slowly. I mean, at our age, it's a bit difficult to start something new and and learn
Something
something
that we
new.
never used to.
Yes, and we've never done a business on our own, right?
And
So
also the fact that it had a trial period, risk free. So then we decided just we'll take a chance and we'll get in and see what information we can find.
yeah, I mean, it was good. To be honest, I was very lethargic at the start, so I
Yeah.
took it slow. The work came in the way. I was busy with the work and stuff, but then we still managed to keep focus because we had an ultimate kind of goal, right? We wanted to
Right.
sort of we have something on the
Something, yeah.
side if something goes wrong, and then we want to build up and then make sure at least we could retire within. When we started, our goal was like within the next five to
Mm-hmm.
10 years, if we can.
Ah.
So we said, okay, we'll take it slow. We know in the business that a lot of people have kind of gone crazy and they've started really slow after us, and then they developed their business beyond the limits. But
Yeah.
I think it's a personal thing. If you have a long term plan, probably you have to still stick to it. I think if you commit to it, and then you have that passion, and when your why is strong,
Yeah.
I think you will soldier on, and do whatever it takes to keep it afloat.
And also the reason we are still in the business is that we have seen people has achieved what they wanted. They have
Yeah.
seen results. So we have the trust in the business that we could do. It could be slow, but we could
Yeah.
definitely reach into that. It's all depend on how much time and effort that you're putting into the business. So it's real. So that's it. So we want to stick into this.
Yeah. Well, Omotayo just said she's watching from Finland. So hello, hi. She's
Hi,
also
hi.
one of our
Um,
part. She's also one part of our team actually, and I super appreciate her watching. Hi, Omotayo. Hello. And so you mentioned to me earlier that your why is so big, and then that you already had a goal, and your goal was 5 years to 10 years. I love that. You know why? Because a lot of people are so short term that
Yeah.
they think that, if I don't see any results in a month or two or 1 year, I'm gonna let go. But even you guys were very sure and certain at the onset that it was gonna be like a 10-year goal, and that made you pursue it. But then 2 years time, you're already doing so well. Congratulations.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, just imagine if you were working on a job. We are really prepared to spend 8 hours for continuously at
Yeah.
least 40 to 45 hours on a paycheck
Yeah.
that which is limited. You've agreed on the paycheck. That's all what you get. Probably you might get a bonus here and there, but we still spend 8 hours. On top of that, you commute hours and hours. Half of your
Yeah.
day is gone for the
Exactly.
work. We are prepared to do it for 45 years. And then when we start a business, some of us expect the
Yeah.
results to come in 6 months. I mean, I can't understand how people can spend half of their lifetime basically doing a job for
Somebody
over
else.
45 years, but they can't
Yeah.
work on their own business for 1 year or 2 year or 5 years to develop that. I mean, being accountants, the mathematics is easier for me in the sense, would I spend 45 years on someone else's job, or would I
Yeah.
spend 5 years building up my own business? I mean, the equation is simple to understand,
And
right?
also, we always discuss, oh, we got into this very late. We should have got this into this very earlier. We missed this. So those who are watching us, we just wanted to pass this message that you should not regret too. Take a
Yeah.
chance and just look into the information and the facts. It's whether you can do it or not.
Yeah.
You have to give a start. So we always feel we should have got into this earlier.
Well, yeah, I appreciate what you were saying because it gives us a very fresh perspective. Because people tend to really have, because of so much technology and the speed of change here in this world, in this universe nowadays, people think that everything has to be fast and immediate.
Yeah.
It's all about instant gratification. And if you don't get that, you say it's not worth it. Whereas you were saying to us that, right, you're so correct. When you go to a corporate career, you don't just say, hey, in a year, if I don't get promoted, I'm going to quit. Nobody says that,
No
right?
one.
And even if the in corporate, I know for a fact that when you get an increase in salary, it's not about 10% or 20%. It's as
It's often
it's
a 1.5% or
1.5%
3%,
or
right?
exactly. It's here. Well, here in the Philippines, I know for a fact that you can go as big as 10%, right? 10%, but
Oh.
the mean or the average is around 5% at the most. And so, and you spend overtime, even weekends, holidays, the commute that you were saying, it's
And the
like
stress.
maybe, yeah, and the stress. Oh my God, yeah, the stress. The stress. I so relate that. Yeah, the stress that you go through in just in a corporate job. I mean, and then you expect everything when you go on your own, you expect everything to flow like manna from heaven.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. I
right.
mean, I mean, not all of us can be Jeff Bezos or Mark Zuckerbergs and become overnight millionaires, right? We have to work
True.
hard. The technology is there. things are easier than it was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You don't have to sweat and try to figure out everything on your own. The technology is there, just a click of a button, a lot of things work.
Right.
I mean, when I started 2 years ago, I didn't know much about this technology anyway. But then we are still doing it. And then one thing I just realized while talking to you, from the 2 years that we start,
Yeah.
1.5 years is nearly during the COVID period, where there
Yes.
was restrictions, I mean limitations, and
Mm.
during this 18 months or so of the 2 years that we spend in the business,
Yeah.
nearly 18 months, we've seen restrictions across. I mean, right now as we speak in Sydney, we are in lockdown till I think 7th of
9th
July.
of June.
Yeah,
July, yeah,
July.
9th of July.
Yeah, so the 2 weeks lockdown. So these things
Right.
happen, come and go, but then we just realize, I mean, we always realized that internet is the only place that has not seen any lockdowns over the last 18 months when we had this pandemic and the COVID stuff going on. So what other better place to do business than the internet, because there's no limitations, no lockdown. It's working. It's there,
True. Yeah.
24 hours, 24/7.
And it's
Yeah.
proven when you look at the number of the people who have joined during that period.
Absolutely. I mean, good that you are reminded. 2 years ago, when I joined, I always say that I'm
Yeah.
fascinated by this statistic. When we joined 2 years ago, I still remember in our private group of entrepreneurs, we had only 9,200 people.
Whoa, that was just 2 years ago?
Yeah. And I think I looked at it five before we started the conversation. I think we have about 89,000 people.
Yeah, exactly.
80,000 people within the 24 months of being in the business.
It's a huge,
exponential.
huge, yeah.
It shows that people are realizing online is the way to go.
Go.
I know. I was just looking at all the e-commerce statistics. Basically, they're saying right now that maybe like 40% is Amazon purchases in terms of growth, that it's really in the trillions. By the end of the maybe like 2040, there won't be any brick and mortar left except like warehouses and such, right?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's
So
true.
yeah, and well, I just want to share a comment by Omatayo. She's saying that amazing business, anybody can do it. Sign up now and see for yourself.
That's right.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that. So I know Ameen and Zeeniya. So how do you balance your business? Because you're saying that you're doing full-time work and at the same time this is like your side hustle. How
That's
much
right.
time do you really spend on this business that's creating the success for you?
Well, the two of us collectively have 48 hours per day. That's good to have a partner, more time on the business. But honestly, it's a good thing that we have teenage kids. You don't have to spend a lot of time looking
Yeah.
after them, pressing them to
True.
go to school, whatever. They are able to do it
To some
independently.
extent, they're independent.
Independent.
Great.
So, but still, we are involved in corporate world. We do a 9 to 5 job. So,
Yeah.
but having said that, we always have time in the morning before we go to work, and then after work, and we got the weekends for ourselves. So that's where most of our time on the business is spent. Basically, I think combined, I spend about 2 or 3 hours. On a good day, I probably spend about 2 hours, 2.5 hours on the business stuff. And then on the weekends, probably a little bit more, unless we went out for something, and the
Yeah.
shopping, the grocery shopping stuff, and things like that.
Yeah.
And I do sports as well during the summer, so I spend most of the Saturdays outside,
Yeah.
almost the whole day. But still,
You're so lucky, You're so lucky you have a partner who will allow you to do that while she slaves. While she slaves.
A child, anybody spends few good hours on social media these days, mainly on their phone, right?
Right,
So I
right.
was telling, I mean, this is the best thing that we got out of the time that you're spending on social media, part of it for our business. So it's very
Yeah.
effective. So you don't need special devices. It's just your phone and the internet. So
Yeah.
it's very easy time.
yeah, it is. It is. I mean, otherwise I would have wasted, and Zeeniya knows that. I
Yeah.
used to waste a lot of time because we are migrants. We are living away from
Yeah.
home. We have friends and family over there, and then you try to keep in touch with them, and then 2 years ago, I would have spent like easily 4 5 hours per day,
Right.
getting into those kind of debates and things like that, and watching videos and memes and things like that. Nothing happened. I just wasted my time. But right now, I'm spending almost a similar amount of time in some days, maybe 2 or 3 hours. But then this time, the time I'm spending on social media is basically working towards a
Us.
side income for us, right? So
Yeah.
it's like two birds in one stone. I'm
That's
I'm
right.
I'm still connected to social media. I'm using the same social media to earn something on the side as well.
Wonderful. Thank you for that. So, could you tell and share to our audiences out there who maybe have their own businesses as well or online business, what are really your key factors for success for this online business that you've created?
I think I think one thing we are doing right now is not trying to compare ourselves with others. We are
Hmm.
basically running our own race,
That's right.
and we know the destination where we want to get to. That is basically retiring early.
Yeah.
If we can retire early in another 3 years' time, that would be really good. Or otherwise, we'll still work towards that 10-year plan. So each one of us will have different goals in life and different whys and why we want to do with it. And we've seen a lot of people join the business who have very young kids.
Yeah.
They quit a 9 to 5 job so that they can stay with their kids, spend more time with their kids. In our case, we have younger children, so we don't have to spend a lot of time with them.
Yeah.
So for those people who are kind of wanting to start a business, I think uh, our advice or my advice would be basically just understand your goal. I mean, whether it's a long term or a short term goal you want to achieve, and then just stick to it. You have to run your own journey. You can't measure your success by looking at the success of others.
Yeah.
The success of others will inspire you and motivate you, but then you have to run
And
your
you have most of them might be where you have to work for it. It's like any other business. You need to spend
own
some
race.
time. It's any other business. You need to spend some time. It should be continuous as well. It's not 8 hours, but at least an hour daily basis. You should continuously involved.
Yeah.
Mm.
And it's
And
just very
when you say involved, sorry, you were saying, but when you say involved, how do you involve in the business to make sure that you're very much on track in terms of your business? What do you normally do that makes you on track on the business?
several things. I mean, one thing is being connected to our global community, right? There's 89,000 of them. And then we have, for all our members, we have the weekly mastermind, business owner
Yes.
mastermind sessions.
Okay.
I mean, it's like a gold mine. People come and selflessly share a lot of business knowledge. I don't have to uh, figure out things on my own. There are people who've succeeded. They come and share their knowledge of how to do things. So attending those
Webinars,
webinars, masterminds,
minds.
and then since we became a coach, the coaching masterminds, and you spend that time learning more things, the latest developments in the business as well, and
Okay.
then you learn things about your business, how to do it better, and how to be effective. Whereas
Yes.
the social media trends are moving, and also, I mean, the bigger part of the business, I realized that since I became a coach is basically helping others. You being a mentor and a coach
Yeah.
is different things as well.
Yeah.
When you become a coach, you are more empowered and you're privy to a lot of information and stuff that you can use to help others succeed as well. So for us, it's not all about money. It's about, yeah, we have the income coming through, but then the satisfaction of helping lots of others also achieve their same goals. You can't measure it in monetary
In
terms,
financial terms, yeah.
financial terms. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's an amazing journey for us so far.
Yeah, thank you for that. So I just want to share to the people maybe watching and they're wondering, should I even join? So one of the biggest perks that you get when joining is that you get your own coach and mentor. And so Ameen is one of the coaches that are part of the team. And what he's saying is that he's really sharing his knowledge, his experience with the people because he wants everybody to succeed. And that's really something that I super treasure as well because it's something that you don't get in other businesses. I
Yeah.
think this is something that you never get anywhere else. And one of the major things that he highlighted at the onset was really mindset. And one of the major things that really stops us from success is really ourselves. Not anyone else, but ourselves. We're the biggest hurdle in our lives.
That's
No
right.
one else.
Absolutely.
If you look at like a hump, we're the ones who put the hump in front of ourselves.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. I mean, we go as far as our mind can go, right?
yeah, exactly. And one of the major things that a coach can help is not only the mindset. So mindset is the first, and the second is really about knowledge and competency, and that you will drive you to your success. So anybody who's watching right now, please comment or ask us any questions. This is an opportunity because Amin and Zeeniya are the first ones I invited here who are coaches and really have the experience because of their success. So I also want to ask, of course, for myself because I also want to learn, right? So what actually in your business that when did you get your first success, go over that first hump? Because I don't know with you, but I believe in that, like it's like a floodgate opening. Sometimes it's so close and then one time it just bursts open. I know. Do you believe that? So I'm still in
Yeah,
the
yeah. I mean, in our case, as I said, I mean, we are in our mid 40s and not the ideal age to learn something new and things like that. Because I mean, when you're in school and uni, you are quite okay to learn new stuff. You can spend that read and things like that. But then at our age, with all the commitments and we were not really quick to do that. So we took our own sweet time. So setting up stuff and things like that, we took our own speed.
It's a
But
slow race.
it was a slow race for us, and we knew, and we that's what we want to do. It was not like floodgates open. We just want to run through everything. It wasn't the case. We want to take it slow, and because we had a job to also attend to. So I think when we first tasted success, it was probably around 6.5 to 7 months in the business when we started. Because
that was pretty quick.
yeah, and in the online world, you just need to understand that there is millions of people doing business on the online space, right?
Yeah.
Just because you started something today, a lot of people are not going to trust you because there's a lot of things happening, good things
Yeah.
and the bad things happening. People want to be able to trust you. They need to connect with you in the
Yeah.
same level for to build that trust, and then to make sure that we are in the long run, we are there to help people genuinely. It takes some time to make that connection with the people. So that's why for some people it happens quickly, some people it does happen slowly. So again, you just have to keep faith in yourself, faith in whatever the faith you're following. The success will come, but you just have to keep pursuing that change. It will come. For some people, it happens quickly. Some people, it happens slowly.
But we are
But
happy.
we
We
are
are
happy.
happy with whatever happens to us
We are happy.
while we are, having a job and we are having this too. And we are more than happy about our journey so far.
Well, yeah, I appreciate that. But for the people maybe who are not yet there in terms of mindset, and that is sometimes me including me, because sometimes even though I'm a coach, right, I'm a life coach, I'm a professional coach as well,
All
it
right.
doesn't mean just because you're a coach your mindset, especially something new, this is something new to me as well.
Mm,
And we're saying that this is outside of my comfort zone as well.
mm.
And you really have to start from zero base
That's
where
Yes,
right.
you
correct.
are. And
Correct.
the fact that you were able to do this, and you mentioned earlier that you had to learn everything. And by the way, mid 40s is not old. I'm older than you. Okay. I'm older than you guys, and I'm still learning as well. So please, if you're old, then I'm what?
Oh
So
my
I
God.
mean, we all have to go through that life
The
cycle.
reason why we say all, we always encourage our children, you have to start something when you are young, you know,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that by 40s, you are financially free.
wow, but that's it. You're actually, for me, I think one of the benefits I wanted to ask you, what are really one of the major benefits that you've noticed
Oh,
since you've
yes.
been into the business? What are the benefits that you've seen?
I think, I think I always say this. When you do a business, the money will come and go, right? The money factor will happen. It will happen eventually. The success cannot be solely measured on the money that you make in a business.
Ah,
For
yeah,
us, it was the positive positivity that the business has brought in, because we know we have something to work for. We have a
okay,
plan B.
You know, we have confidence we
We
can get through to that. Yeah.
that plan, and we every day when we wake up, beside our job, we have another
right,
something else to look forward to. I need to build my business. I mean, if I can retire early, that means I can make sure that our kids, they have a better life. We can support them as well, and we are planning to get our daughter
Yeah, we
involved.
are grooming our daughter
Daughter
also.
to get
We get her
involved.
involved so that when she's young, she has a
yeah,
mindset to give a start.
Yeah, and then the positivity, and then of course when you, I mean, wake up and go to a private group, I mean, look
right,
at the number of things that people achieve in our business. Seeing those other people's success
yeah,
itself is really really motivating us to do that. I just read in one of the posts in our private group, it says, I will clap for others until my time comes, so that others will clap for me. So it's like the positivity of being in this business is what's driving us to be there, in the sense we know
yeah,
the end is going to be good. But earlier we had a job, we have to drag ourselves anyway to do the
yeah,
9 to 5 job. But right now we have a job, as well as we are working towards something of our own that we are building for the long term. So because of that, we have that positive mindset. That's the most valuable thing I've gained over the last 2 years from being part of this
yeah.
business.
And thank you, because I appreciate it that you don't only look at the material things, but you look at something which is a hope and a legacy that you're building. Especially the fact that this business, like you mentioned, Xenia, you're going to pass it on to your daughter, right? She's gonna be taking over. I think that's wonderful, and it's maybe for the people who are watching, it's not all the businesses that you can create that you can just transfer to anyone,
Yes.
right? It's not like you have a bank account and you can just give the money inside the bank to somebody else. You have to really go through, well, hell and high water to be able to do that. But for this business, you're allowing people to take ownership of that, and it's for generations to come. I think that's wonderful. I think this is one of the things that I enjoy and love about the business. It's about the legacy that it's building.
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely.
And you mentioned earlier as well, I mean, that you look for it as your hope because you're looking at the future. The fact that you're also building this for yourselves and not working for someone else in the
Exactly.
corporate,
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah,
right?
absolutely. I'm not building someone else's dream. Right now, I'm helping someone help build their dream, but I'm also helping myself to build my
My dream
own
as
my dream as
well.
well.
Yeah. And what's your future plans, if I may ask? Are you planning to retire with your, because you've been in corporate for so long, right? Don't
Yeah,
tell me
yeah.
you're gonna let go of your retirement. Such a
Yeah,
waste.
Yeah,
yeah.
no, ultimate goal is to retire, not wait until the age of 65
Not
and then retire.
definitely.
Oh,
Um, maybe within another 3 years, 3 to 7 years time, we
Is
want to
our target.
our target to retire, and by another 10 years, another 7 years time, we should have our goal is to build this. By that time, we would have grown. Our daughter would have been involved in our business as well. So early retirement, looking into go around the world, few countries. I love to go to Europe,
oh
and
yeah.
then of course spend
We
some
have
time
missed a
in
lot of things.
lot of things. During our younger days, we were all what we were doing, studying.
Studying
Where
and
we
working, the
come from.
background that we are coming from, right?
It's all about studies, right? Our parents have always said you have to study, go to university, get the degree, get a job, and then settle down.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
yeah.
everything. I mean, we've just realized it's life is beyond that, and
Yes. Yeah.
so yeah, hopefully retire early and then do the things we love. Spend time with our kids. Who knows, grandkids in some point in time,
Yeah.
and then do the things we like to do. Go around the world and spend some time comfortably. I think it is very very possible.
Possible.
Where once you achieve the financial freedom, with the financial freedom, you don't have to work 9 to 5. That
Right.
allows you the time freedom as well. So when you have both financial freedom and the time freedom, you can spend your time on things that you love to do, without being worried about or not having a paycheck coming to you.
Yeah, love it. So, I hope that I'm not taking so much of your time. So
It's okay.
maybe just a few more questions before we end. So, if you right now, I'm sure that we also have like team members joining us and watching us as well. As a coach, what would be your maybe the three things, 1 to 3 things that you can tell us that will help us achieve our own success in this business, aside from the fact that don't focus on anybody else except us? What are the maybe things that you want us to focus on so that we can be successful?
I think in order to succeed in the business, you basically have to invest time in yourself, in your personal development. The personal development comes from learning new things. For example, how you manage your social media, how you do social media marketing and advertising and things like that. So it needs a bit of time to spend on your own to learn
Okay.
this. So that's one of the things that you have to do. You have to work on yourself and self development. And a lot of people in doing businesses in related to social media are really shy to come in front of a camera. I was the same. Zeeniya was the same. Right now, after 2 years, we are able to present ourselves comfortable in
Yeah.
front of camera and talk to you and talk to others. It doesn't come easy for a lot of us. I mean,
It's not
we are
obvious though.
we are not naturally TV presenters, so you need to put a lot of effort to do that. So that is basically the fear of failure, and then not having that self
Yeah.
Confident.
confidence.
True.
So that comes through when you work on your personal development um, as well. So personal development is a key. You have to spend time on yourself and learning stuff. And the second one is that you have to kind of keep yourself plugged into the community that we work with. I mean, we have 89,000 people from different countries, all walks of life. You name it. We have people from different professions.
Right.
Making films. And for example, we are talking to you. We have not met before. We got to know through the business. We don't know you personally, but we are still working together, helping others. So being plugged in to the community and helping others and learning from others and keeping yourself motivated, it
Right.
helps you succeed in the business. I mean, those are the two key things I would say that will help anyone in the business. I mean, um, self development, and then keeping yourself plugged in with the community and learning new stuff. I mean, there's a lot of things that people are sharing knowledge. You can learn a lot of things from others and make good friends. Our global business partners, they're friends for life, right?
Right, right. I thank you for that. So I have hi Nana. She's watching from the UK. Hello, Nana. Thank you for watching. So So you've learned, everybody, maybe if even if you have your online business, your own, and it's not the same as ours. So there are two things that Ameen and Zeeniya is suggesting is first personal development. Continue to learn what you need to learn, not only developing yourself, putting yourself out there, but also learning the technical know-how of how to run the business as well in terms of marketing and advertising. And the second is really getting plugged into the community where you at. Maybe if you're in a different company, yes, plugged in. The same thing as when you're in corporate life anyway, right? You're always plugged into your colleagues and your leaders, right? So it's the same thing actually if you have your own business. So I hope that these two tips are very important and can really help you. So maybe as we wrap it, Amin and Zeeniya, what are the few things that you want to encourage people to now just sign up with us and just go ahead and do it, because like we said earlier, that online is already the way to go. The digital space has never gone on lockdown, like you mentioned
Yes,
earlier.
yes, yes, yes. That we've seen. I think a lot of people expect a change in their life, but they still continue to do the same
Same
thing,
thing.
right? If you want to change in your life, you have to change the things you do. I mean, the way you do things. So it is imperative that if you want change in your life, you have to become the change. No one's gonna, give you
Mm,
stuff on a platter.
Yeah, you can look at the success of others,
Others, I mean, you
and it
can
doesn't make any change on your life.
people can spend as much time as they want watching these webinars and our interviews and following
yeah,
us on our
yeah,
business pages and things like that. It's good to know that they are supporting us, but then if they want a change for themselves and if they want to taste what we are tasting right now,
yeah,
they need to take action and become a part of it. It's really easy for anyone who's wanting to start something or at least get some information for themselves, and then they can do their own research later on and make the next decision whether they want to jump in or not. Simple as attending one of our webinars. We're not charging anything. It's a free, no
yeah.
financial commitment. Just watch it, and if you want, if you're not satisfied, watch 3 or 4 of it. We run it live
Every week,
every
live,
week, twice
new
a week.
panels.
New panel of people present in the webinars, and they share their success stories as well. You have to take that initial action to at least attend the webinar and watch what we have to present, and then soak in all the information that we provide, and then do your own personal research and make a decision. Sometimes it may be something you want to do. You just can't let the negativity come into your mind saying that, hey, it's not going to work. I mean, how would you
Yeah,
know? You haven't even given
yeah,
a start. Yeah.
yeah,
And then we also have the one odd relative or a friend who will always have some negative mind, say that, oh, it's not going to work, it's a scam, don't beware. I mean, and they,
How do they know? Have
yeah,
they done that? No.
they wouldn't
yeah,
know either because they're just saying for the sake of saying, and at the end of the day, they're not going to
They
come
are not.
forward and pay you bills anyway. So
yeah.
why listen to them?
Yeah,
So take
thank you.
action.
And
Yes.
Zinia, how about you? What do you say to people who is watching and
That's what
still
I'm
on
saying.
the fence?
We always say you have to take some action. So this could be your opportunity. Maybe it's like you have to give a chance and see whether it's something for you or not. So sign in, get into the information, and then decide whether you should do this or not. If you are not confident, it's okay to let it go. But if it is something that you are able to go, you are missing a good opportunity.
Wonderful. And maybe even if you're not confident now, still go.
Go, yeah. Maybe
Still go.
you'll be ready one day in the future. You can get
Yeah,
back always.
true
So you have
enough.
to give
Because
a try,
yeah,
get in.
yeah. And I just want to share though, you know, I when the pandemic hit last year, this is actually out of my comfort zone because I really want to stay in the background. And if possible, I'd rather not talk to people. I mean, I'm not as extrovert in terms of a lot of people. And people say, no, I'm an introvert. Yeah, but for me, I love staying at home. And so when you say work at home, work from home, and get stuck at home, I'm saying,
Yeah.
yeah, it's okay for me. While other people will be like freaking out, I would.
Yeah. And
That's true.
in our community of 89,000 people, we have stay-at-home moms who have never even done a job. They've never done
At any time,
any
at any
time, and
time.
they've not done a
Yeah.
business at all, but they're still running a business from the comfort
Yeah.
of their kitchen. I mean, they're learning stuff. I mean, we have an amazing dedicated website for people to learn and help that learning process, right? So, I mean, anybody can do that. I mean, you just have to have that mindset.
Right. And if you sign up and you do go through to the next step, let's harass Ameen and be have him coach us for our success. I mean, uh,
Happy to.
I'm happy to do that. I jump into some other teams as a coach and get motivate people and talk to them, and I love that. I love that helping others.
so you promise, Ameen, because I'm gonna harass you.
Yeah, yeah.
There's no running away. I'm here for the long term.
Yeah, thank you so much. So I just want to share with everyone that Amin and Zeeniya has really kindly spent their time with us today to really share with us their experiences and their success in this story. Their success is not yet as successful as they want to be, but they're already there. They've already created their progress and they're already accelerated. And imagine that you can do it in a year of 2 years, 2.5 years. And it started with just the first step. The first step was just signing up, watching the webinar, and they even watched it twice before they really went in. And I watched it 3 times before I said yes, right? So it doesn't stop you, but what stops you is really yourself. So you are the biggest hurdle. So for us, for tonight, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching as well on the replays, everyone. And we really hope that you take the opportunity right now. The online world is booming.
That's
While the
right.
brick and mortar has slowed down and they even stopped and halted, the online world has accelerated and boomed, and it's not stopping. I don't think we've reached saturation point yet, and we haven't seen the end point yet. The
That's
fact that we are growing now into a group of 89,000 and we are worldwide. The fact that they're there in Sydney, I'm here in the Philippines, and I can just say, hey, Amin, where are you? you
Absolutely,
know,
technology is amazing.
I know it's so wonderful. Technology is so wonderful, and this is the start right now. Right now is the time. So for that, for everyone, please sign up right now. You have our websites there, whichever you want to pick. Sign up for a free webinar right now, and we wish you all the best and see you on the other side. So take care and good night, everyone. Have a great day. Amin and Zeeniya, please stay. Thank
yeah. Thank
you.
you.
Good
Thank you
night.
to
Bye,
everyone.
guys.
See you
Have a
guys.
good one.